Get somebody to want you, to pursue you, and to think about you all the time by thinking about yourself. That's exactly what I'm going to be talking to you about today. I'm going to be breaking this down step by step. There's 4 steps based on my own personal experiences. This is law of attraction, and it works, and it can work fast if you follow these steps. For those of you that are new to my channel, I'm Natalie. Welcome. This is As the Pennies Drop, and this channel is all about creating a life you love, deserve, and desire. I am a conscious manifestation coach and a neurotransformation therapy practitioner, and I provide a variety of one-on-one coaching solutions to guide you into creating that life that you have always wanted. So if you would like to find out more, click on the link below. Back to the video. I'm super excited to share this with you. I've touched on this in a variety of my different videos. And like I said, this is based on my own personal experience, but it works. And I was doing this even when I didn't know that you could manifest people back. So I'm going to share with you the steps. Okay, step 1, very simple. I just want you to think about this person. Think about them. Either get an image in your mind or a feeling. We want to get to that warm, fuzzy, yummy kind of feeling that creates inside of us when we're thinking about them. So like I said, you can have an image or it can just be a feeling that you get when you think about them. Now, what we don't want to do is think about circumstances or obstacles or the fact that they may have rejected us, or they've said that they don't want us ever again, or they're ignoring us, or they're ghosting us. We want to be thinking about that. What we want to do is, for step 1, is to have them in your mind, and we want to get into that feeling state. And that feeling state is, that yummy, lovely, warm, fuzzy feeling, when you think of them. And I'm doing that right now, actually. When you think of that person and you just like feels really good. Just feels really good. It's like kind of like exciting and yummy and warm and just amazing. So you want to get into that state. Don't worry if you can't see an image of them. It's the feeling that's more important, really, anyway, in my beliefs. My assumption is. Okay, so we're going to think about them. So are you thinking about them now? How does it feel? Can you create that warm, yummy, fuzzy kind of feeling inside you when you think about them? Okay. So we're not going to focus on the obstacles or the fact that they may live across the world, or that they've got a third party or anything. I'm not focusing on that. We're just focusing on the feeling of them. Okay, that's step 1. Now, step 2. So this step is now focused on you. So we can create that warm, lovely, fuzzy feeling when we think about them. Now what we want to do is create that feeling of them thinking exactly the same about us. So we're thinking of the specific person in question, and we're thinking of them thinking about us and having that loving, warm, fuzzy feeling when they think about us. Now, when I do that, I get an image, and the image is them, their sparkly eyes, and they can't stop smiling, and they just look so happy to be with me. So that's the image I get of a particular event that happened. But again, it's just getting into that feeling of them loving you and kind of adoring you, and yeah, just that wonderful, lovely, warm, fuzzy feeling, whatever it is. But it's now about them thinking that about you. So they've now got that warm, fuzzy feeling, and you can see it, you can feel it through their eyes, through their smile, or just that feeling of, you know, feeling loved and warm, and yeah, just a feeling of them thinking about you that way. So that is now focusing on you, because what we want to do is we don't just want to think about them on this pedestal and us down here. We want to be up here too, that they think the same. They're thinking the same. So step 3, stop the contact. If you've been contacting them and they're not getting back to you, it's only going to make you feel rubbish, and it's going to take you out of that alignment, and you're going to then want to talk to your friends about it. They're ignoring me, they don't want anything to do with me, they're rejecting me. No, you stop all of that. You want to just stop the contact. Stopping the contact is going to make them want to contact you, and it's going to make them miss you. 100% this does work. Now, again, I know I share a variety of different solutions when it comes to manifesting things, but I've always said, and this is the way that it's worked for me the quickest. So we want to stop the contact. Stop the contact. I need you to be able to stop contacting them. The more you reach out to them, the more you're going to continue to get the same back that you've always got. We want to stop the contact and allow them to come to you, allow them to pursue you, allow them to chase you, allow them to be the only one that they think about, you being the only one that they think about. So number 3, we want to stop the contact. Now, obviously, I know, and I've got some clients that have got kids with their specific person. And I know that you can't always do that. So in this instance, stop any romantic relationship conversations. Stop it. And for my clients that have children and wanting to be back with their specific person, you know who you are. Stop that romantic conversation, that relationship talk, and just focus on the child, the schedules, whatever it is, but nothing to do with relationships with them. You know, like I said, you know, these steps that I'm sharing with you, I've done it, tried and tested, absolutely tried and tested. I've done it the wrong way, the obsessive way, the obsessive thinking, the needing to reach out, needing to just be with them. And it doesn't get you anywhere. In fact, it keeps you further back. So remember that, it keeps you further back. You know, and yes, you can use kind of contacting for like inspired, for feedback. And I've done a video on that, text or not to text. You can do that. But ultimately, the quickest way that I have manifested somebody back is step 1, by thinking about them lovingly and getting that warm, fuzzy feeling. Step 2, what are they thinking of us? Imagining them with that warm, fuzzy feeling about us, thinking about us, having lovely thoughts about us, feeling wonderful and yummy and warm and fuzzy inside, thinking about us. Number 3, stop the contact. Stop the contact. You have to agree to stop the contact if you want this process, because that's what law of attraction is, this process to work. You have to agree to stop the contact. And stop checking their social media. You're just going to create more of a state of living in lack rather than it being abundant. So these 3 steps so far are abundant steps. Checking their social media is not an abundant step. It's showing that you have lack. Okay? So you want to stop the contact and stop checking their social media. You have to, if you want this and you want this person enough, you have to agree to each of these steps for it to work. Step number 4. Get into that receiving mode, allowing this to come to you, allowing it. And how do we do that? By staying focused on what it is that we want. When every time we think of them, we're thinking about them in a loving, kind way. We are imagining them thinking about us in the same way. We are staying faithful, no matter what the circumstances are, no matter what obstacles are there. We're just, every time we think about them, we're just thinking about them to create that lovely, warm, fuzzy feeling. And then thinking about them feeling exactly the same about us. So we're staying faithful to what it is that we are wanting. We're keeping committed, and we are now allowing. We're not forcing. We're not questioning. We're not talking to our friends about it. We're just allowing, getting into that allowing state. It's having the faith now. And when you have a fulfilled life, when you're doing things, you can think about them in a loving, kind way, and just then get on with your day. Just get on with your day, like going to work or going to the gym or whatever it is that you like to do during the day that makes you feel good about yourself, that you enjoy, do that. But anytime they pop in there, loving, kind thoughts. Maybe it could be memories that you're thinking about, or something that they've said that made you laugh or smile, or a way that they looked at you when you knew that they'd fallen in love with you, whatever it is. Just want to think about that. But make it equal. So you thinking about them in a warm, fuzzy way, and then you thinking about them thinking about you in the same way, with loving, kind thoughts about you. So that is step number 4 and the final step. So again, how do I know that all this works? Because tried and tested. I have done it when I didn't even know about it. And one of the stories that I share with you is when I'd stopped the contact. I'd stopped reaching out. I'd stopped feeling kind of obsessed about it and upset about it. And I'd stopped the contact, stopped reaching out. That was the beginning of October, a few years ago. I then got a birthday message 8 days later. I actually ignored that. I then went to New York. And when I was in New York, I was thinking about him in a loving, kind way. I was thinking about our lovely memories in New York. I was thinking about the fun that we had and how he was looking at me and feeling, and our feeling together and the holding of the hands and all of that. It was just amazing. The feeling, so I'd be running around New York and reminding myself of different places that we'd seen or been. Oh, it was just wonderful. I was just thinking about him in a loving, kind way, and thinking about us together in a loving, kind way. And remembering how he would look at me or things that he would say in a loving, kind way. So we've got the balance on the pedestal. And when I got back from New York, I was one day, it was about a week after I got back from New York, I was lying down on my yoga mat and I just had some lovely, wonderful thoughts about him. And I just had an intuitive thought to check my deleted box for emails, because I'd stopped him from emailing me because I was like, no, I'm done. I wasn't really done, but I was done with the obsessiveness of it, really. I was done with all of the crap that came with feeling like shit. So, and I checked my deleted box, and lo and behold, that was when I had a love note from him telling me that he still felt the same. And then we got back together. And that was, that love note, by the way, came to me when I was in New York, when I was thinking about him in New York, but I didn't see it for a week. So, and I've manifested this particular person back a lot of times, and also another person doing the same thing, not realizing what I was doing, obviously, but doing the same thing. And with this other person, they pursued me because I'd started dating somebody else. They pursued me like you wouldn't believe. And it was about 4 months before I stopped dating this other person. I was like, okay, I'll meet up with you. So this does work. It's the easiest, most painless way to do it. You just need to remain faithful. So I know these steps are very basic. Think about them lovingly. Think about them thinking about you lovingly. No contact. Don't check their social media. And remain faithful whenever you think about them. Loving, kind stuff. How easy does that sound? You have absolutely nothing to lose. Affirming for somebody can get exhausting. It did for me. So I didn't really do it. The easiest way I manifested my specific person back was this way. The hardest way for me was affirming or intending. It was more painful. So this was the easiest way. So give it a go. You have nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. You're not going to be worse off where you are now if you don't give it a go. You'll just be in the same place. So why not just try? Just give it a go. And when that person shows up, because you've watched this video, comment below and let's inspire others to do the same thing. I know how hard it is when you're really in love with somebody and you're not with them. I know how painful that can be. So let's commit to doing this. Step 1, step 2, step 3, and then the faithful step, the allowing step, and moving forwards with our lives. Okay? It works. And it works a hell of a lot quicker, in my experience, than affirming does. So, like I said, give this a go. Dedicate this for yourself. You deserve this. You deserve to be with that person. Okay? I am super excited to hear how all of this goes for you all. As always, please feel free to like, share, and comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back soon.